So we're going to now go back to a little bit of the impact that RFK Jr. has had. He had a funny moment where he's talking about RFK Jr. You know, I listened to him from an environmental standpoint, but up to a certain extent. You know, from a health standpoint, he said to listen to it, but when it gets into the environment, he made a couple jokes on it. So let's take a look at this.
Robert F. Kennedy cares more about human beings and health and the environment than anybody. And he's going to be absolutely, having him is such a great honor. I've been friends of his for a long time. And I'm going to let him go wild on health. I'm going to let him go wild on the food. I'm going to let him go wild on medicines. The only thing I don't think I'm going to let him even get near is the liquid gold that we have under our feet. I don't know, Elon, he might not like liquid gold. It's oil and gas, sometimes referred to as oil and gas. JD, I think we're going to have to keep him away from the oil and gas. What do you think, Howard? Yes? But where is Robert? He's around. He gave a beautiful speech. He's a great guy. He truly cares. I mean, he truly cares about this, and it's an honor. And we're also pleased to be joined by my beautiful wife. She's got the...
Yo. Besides, I don't even want to keep playing it, but the main point that I wanted to bring up, where this is why I appreciate him giving RFK Jr. a platform, because like it or not, a lot of people, and when you look at it, it was the Democrats. I know the KDs out here, the black men, won't like to admit that it was the Democrats that were trying to shut down RFK Jr. That's the exact reason why RFK Jr. is on some... He's still on some ballots compared to Jill Stein, who can't get on the ballots. You know, they want to put RFK Jr. As soon as they found out that RFK Jr. was rocking with Trump, they said, oh, leave RFK Jr. on there, because then he's just going to take away votes from the Republicans. But let's get Jill Stein off, because she's going to take away votes for us. Like, come on, are we really talking about a Democratic Party? Does this really sound like democracy? But then they'll call him the fascist. They're using their political power to keep certain individuals off the ballots while putting some on that benefit their political agenda. But we're calling Trump the fascist and Trump Hitler. Like it's really interesting. It's really interesting. But we learn from it all. All right, so let's move on to 103.16. What's this one about? All right, so this is I know we played the video earlier of Mayor Eric Adams answering to Trump. Here's Trump kind of responding to him.
Because Mayor Adams has been treated pretty badly. You know, when he said that this whole thing with the migrants coming into New York, this is just not sustainable. You know, we can't do it. We're trying to run a city. We got 100,000 migrants coming. We can't do it. It just can't do it. It's not feasible. It's not good. He said it very nicely. I said, well, he's going to be indicted by these lunatics for saying that. A year later, he got indicted. I think they upgraded his seat in an airplane. I heard that's a very serious charge. They've upgraded my seat a lot, too. I used to fly commercial. I don't fly it so much anymore. But they'd see me back there and, sure, would you like an upgrade? I don't know. Maybe it's something else. But I have to tell you, he's been really great. And he said that they shouldn't be calling Trump a dictator, because it's not true. That's nice. That was nice. Very nice. So we want to thank Mayor Adams. He's going through a hard time with these people. These are lunatics, by the way. They've weaponized the Justice Department against their political opponent. I am under investigation more than the great, late Alphonse Capone. My father's looking down on me right now. He was a tough guy, but he was like legit. And I know my mother's in heaven. I'm not 100% sure my father, but it's close. But he's...
Yeah. All right, man. Let's hold on. We got one more video, one more Trump. So now we're going to look at Trump speaking on getting the support of a lot of the... Hold on. Y'all will see it. Y'all will see it. All right, hold on. Let me keep playing it. Oh, it kind of plays into it.
He's looking down at me right now. Going to have a war with me, and you're not going to have a third world war with me. That I can tell you. But we need steel. And I would not approve U.S. steel being bought by Japan. I wouldn't do it. Just out of psychologically not good. We'll help them out, but I don't like it. We're seeing historic levels of support among our black population, Hispanic population, and our Asian population. Jews, Muslims, by the way, did anybody see yesterday? Did anybody see what took place? I was with the Muslims yesterday in Michigan, and when the polls first came out, they had 100%, I had 0. And yesterday, I watched this anchor on CNN almost choke. She said, something's happening in Michigan, big population, couple of 100,000, a lot of votes. Something is happening. The poll just came out. Trump is at 59. Kamala is at 8 with the Muslim population. They never saw anything like that, Eli.
Yo, this dude is crazy.
And these are people, by the way, they're great. They just want peace. They want to have peace. And it's great. So Jews and Muslims and Catholics and evangelicals and Mormons, and they're all joining our cause in large numbers, larger than anyone has ever seen in this country before, larger than they've ever seen in any country. And the Republican Party has really become the party of inclusion, and that's something very nice about that. And
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to call it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. If Donald Trump wins this election, the safe thing for me to say is I can see him I can see the path set for him to be a top 5 most impactful presidents of all time. Top 5 best presidents of all time. And I'm going to tell you why. The storyline, what he's overcome, all the indictments. I really think that 40 years from now, 20 years from now, maybe, when we look back at this time, like if he gets back in office, it allows him to finish out a particular story to where they set the narrative for him. Oh, he's racist. He's this. They did an excellent job in altering videos and only showing us particular propaganda that would make us hate Donald Trump and see him in a particular light. But the fact that he kept running, matter of fact, imagine this. Imagine if he wasn't running for president right now. I would have never known that when he said there was very fine people on both sides in Charlottesville, that they didn't play the whole clip where he clearly condemned the Nazis and white supremacists. Think about that. If he didn't keep pushing, a lot of this stuff would have never came out. I would have just kept thinking like, nah, Trump a racist asshole. That's what I've been thinking. That's what I would have really would have been thinking. And the fact that he kept going, now look at what he can do. The country, we felt good around him. Our money was going a long way. We could afford homes. A lot of things were in a good place. Obviously, we had the pandemic. But now compared to right now, even if you're a Democrat, there's no way that you feel good about Kamala Harris. Not unless you're just a super fanatic. But there's no way that you feel good or great about her. You may hate Donald Trump, but if you're keeping it real, you don't feel great about Kamala. You're more driven by your hate for Donald Trump than your love for Kamala Harris, if we're being real. So let Donald Trump, if he wins this, these are my predictions. And I can't say that I took credit for this. I didn't watch the video, but I know that Patrick Bet-David was discussing this with Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump. Donald Trump's going to punt. He's going to pardon Hunter Biden. Donald Trump's going to pardon Hunter Biden. And this is why I'm saying this. Donald Trump ran an entire campaign talking about lock her up with Hillary. When he became president, he had the opportunity to use certain powers to put Hillary in a very compromised position and press charges against her. He decided not to because he said that that's not a good look for our country, to have Hillary Clinton, who's held the positions that she's held, and to be a former first lady, to be going to prison. Now, when he came to office, I know he may be feeling some type way because the things that he feels that he didn't do were done to him. He was indicted, he was impeached, all these different things happened. So a lot of people may say, well, when he gets back in office, now he's going to be pissed off. So he may actually apply some pressure in these ways. Okay. I actually see it a different way. I actually see that even if you think that Trump is the arrogant, egotistical, self-absorbed person that a lot of people believe he is, then I think that that will outweigh his emotional hatred for a lot of the things that people did against him. And let me explain that. A lot of people say like, no, he's too emotional. If Donald Trump pardons Hunter Biden, can you imagine the support or I don't even know if Biden would give him the support, but just how much of a like taking the like being the bigger person that would like establish, it would show that he cares for the country if he comes out and says, I'm pardoning Hunter Biden. And it's because this is just a terrible look for what has gone on and how America looks with this type of thing. This is how I could see that. I also think that he's going to bring our economy back. I think that he's uniting a lot of people. Just if he is able to stop the wars between Ukraine and Russia, bring some type of peace between Israel and Palestine, how would we not see him as one of the greatest presidents of all time? His first 4 years, we avoided conflict, right? We avoided conflict. The next 3.5, 4 years, we're involved in a whole bunch of conflict. If he goes now and takes on and these next, if he wins and his 4 years, he's able to bring about peace. Can you imagine like what his, I don't know, when you look at, I don't know, when people compare Jordan to LeBron, when you look at his accomplishments and his achievements, you would have to say that they rank among like the best with anybody. Here we're in a position where I know people always say it, but here we are literally in a position where some people think that we're already in World War III, but a lot of people just believe that we're getting closer and closer, or this is the closest point that we've ever been to World War III. And now, obviously, the stakes are much higher because we have the type of weaponry, and a lot of other countries have that type of nuclear weaponry, to where a couple pushes of the button and this world could be over like that. If Trump is able to bring peace in an environment like that, even the people that think they hate him, would have to show him some type of credit. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? So think about it. If Trump is able to get in office, do all these things, bring the economy back, end these wars, address the deficit, pay off some of those things. Like if he's able to get, I don't know, but maybe the Hunter Biden thing's a little bit of a reach, but y'all know me, I'm always reaching. So let's keep it going a little bit. Let me move myself and we'll listen to a couple more minutes of this and then we'll move on.
We're a big, powerful party, and they're losing it. They're really losing it. Together we will lift America to glory beyond your wildest dreams. It's going to happen fast, too. So in conclusion, with your vote this November, we are going to fire Kamala, and we are going to save America. We will cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices, raise your wages, and bring thousands and thousands of factories back to America. We're even going to get Elon to bring that stuff back.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right. So I was trying to find the Donald Trump. Am I unmuted? My fault. My fault. Y'all know I do this every once in a while when I blow my nose. Chill, relax, 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 relax. Urs, you supposed to be my engineer, so why you not pulling up here? Damn, all y'all no sound. Be my engineer. Help me out. Damn, y'all know when I blow my nose, I try to go off camera. All right, whatever. Yo, so Donald Trump, I'm not sure if y'all realize or if y'all heard the whole speech where he talked about the teleprompter. So I was trying to, you heard it? All right, if you heard that, then he was kind of making a joke about Kamala Harris and a lot of these other speech people being the teleprompters. Is it still on silent? Oh, Doug. All right, so Doug texted me. My fault. Everybody said, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. All right, damn. Shit. All right, but so Donald Trump was clowning Kamala Harris for the teleprompter. And this is one of the things, in my opinion, that makes Donald Trump very appealing. Donald Trump very appealing because you have Kamala on one end, who, when she's asked a question, she's going to say, the Urs caught the snot tray. Urs know what it is. Urs supposed to be on here. Nah, I'm playing with y'all. I'm playing with y'all. Urs and I have a running joke. Urs is supposed to once we got to wait a little bit, but Urs is going to eventually be like Jamie on Patrick Bet David. There we go. But to have somebody speak to you with a speech, in my opinion, is totally different than just having somebody speak to you off the top of their head. I see people when they give speeches totally differently when somebody is just speaking off the top of their head compared to somebody who's reading something. It almost comes across as, how can I put it? It comes across as a certain level of disingenuous. When you're talking about certain things like this, where you're speaking on these things almost every day, there is a certain level, and matter of fact, let me correct that. I'm not saying that using the teleprompter comes across as disingenuous, but the person who doesn't use it comes across as being way more genuine. Way more genuine. And I thought this entire time that he was using teleprompters, but he brought it up the fact that saying like, oh, nah, wouldn't it be nice to have a president that can speak without using a teleprompter and all these different things? And I believe that he has a point, but I don't know. For y'all, does that make a difference when you see a candidate using a teleprompter for a speech? Do you see it differently as somebody who's not using one? And do you think that this is one of Donald Trump's appeal to a lot of people because it just seems like he's having a conversation rather than trying to respond in a programmed manner, like, let's say, a Kamala Harris may do, to where she's thinking about, okay, let me think about what I should say. Let me think about what what they want to hear. Let me think about what my team told me to say. Trump is he's just Trump. This is why it works with him on Joe Rogan. Kamala Harris, I believe, even when she went on the town hall with Charlemagne, she had like a notepad or an iPad. For the first debate, Kamala Harris and the Democrats wanted notes. It's like, nah, stand on what you stand on, speak on what you speak on, and do your due diligence and research to where you can be informed enough to have conversations about this. But maybe that's just me and how I see it. We'll listen to maybe 30 more seconds and then we'll keep going.
We will build American, we will buy American, and we will hire American. I will end the war in Ukraine, which would have never happened if I were president. I will stop the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent World War III from happening. We will crush violent crime and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect that they so dearly deserve. We will strengthen and modernize our military. I rebuilt our military in total. Rebuilt all of our military. Built 571 miles of wall, too. I took it out of the military because I couldn't get it from the people in Congress that should have given it to us. So I considered it an invasion. I said to a couple of generals, I said, congratulations, this is an invasion of our country. So I took it out of the military, had 9 lawsuits and won them all. We will build a massive defense shield, all made in the USA. We're going to build a beautiful dome over our country. And a lot of it's going to be made right here in
Y'all believe that? Y'all think that we could really build a dome over the country?
We will rebuild our cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., which has become a very dangerous and badly managed place. We're going to make them safe, clean, and beautiful again. We will teach our children to love our country, to honor our history, and to always respect our great American flag. And as long as the Speaker of the House of Representatives is here, I would like to put forward a bill, because I watched 2 months ago as some very bad people, radical left people, by the way, nothing happened to them, in Washington, D.C., burned our American flags. They were burning flags. And I would like to suggest that we put in a bill: if you burn the American flag, 1 year in jail.
What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Does this make some of y'all nervous? Is this what people are gonna highlight as far as the fascism? Let's keep going. Hold on. We got it. It's already 9:30.
We will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools. And we will keep men out of women's sports. I will defend religious liberty, I will restore free speech, and I will defend the right to keep and bear arms. Our Second Amendment is under siege. After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build up our country, defend our borders, and protect our citizens. It's called America First, and it's going to happen at levels never seen before. And I'll tell our friends, our allies, who sometimes treat us very badly, that it's about time we take care of ourselves. And we will stop the illegal immigration that's taking place at levels never seen before. We will stop it cold and once and for all. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. We will be a free and proud nation once again. Everyone will prosper. Every family will thrive. And every day will be filled with opportunity and hope. And very much so, it will be filled with the American dream. We're bringing back the American dream, and we're going to bring it back.
All right. We gotta ease up on that. Ease up on that. All right, because it's just gonna go too long. So Ant wrote, honestly, in a world of games and misdirection, like or dislike Trump comes across as a little crazy but transparent. Trump comes across a little crazy but transparent. I ain't mad at that. Maybe something similar to the Iron Dome. What are y'all thinking, man? What are y'all thinking? And yo, you know what's so funny? So Doug, and Urs, I should have hit you with this. So Doug hit me yesterday and he said, "Yo, why aren't you at Madison Square Garden? You should be there." And I was just I went away with the family for the weekend. But that would have been dope. And maybe at a couple, I don't know what the rest of the rallies are like. I don't know if anything's going to be held in New York, but how dope would that have been to be outside and getting some of the video, like the street footage, interviewing certain people? We got to figure that out. Now you got to go with a team out there. So we may need everybody in the New York, New Jersey, tri-state area, wherever, to come out there with us to make sure that we good. You know, you out there doing these live street interviews. Never know how those could go. But that would have been cool. That would have been cool to tap in with. Ew, it's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.